In the last session, we have dealt with the practice problems part 2 on partnership, and this session is the continuation of the previous one, part 3, practice problems on partnership. The question before you is, A and B invest rupees 3000 and rupees 4000 respectively in a business. A receives rupees 10 per month out of the profit as a remuneration for running the business, and the rest of the profit is divided in proportion to the investment. If in a year A totally receives rupees 390, what does B receives? This is similar to the previous question. In that we have solved C is to be allowed rupees 2000 as monthly salary from the profit. So we have said that every partner who is a working partner will be allowed a remuneration which is to be deducted from the gross profit to get the net profit. From the net profit it is divided the shares of every partners as a profit. So here first investment of A and B is 3000 and 4000 respectively in a business. So initially the investment ratio of A and B is 3:4, that is 3k to 4k, which is said to be 3:4. This is the investment ratio of A and B. This is to be kept separate. The next thing is A receives rupees 10 per month. So A's salary per month, which is 10 rupees, for annual 10 into 12, which is going to be 120 rupees. That is A's salary is 120 rupees annually yield. So it is to be deducted from the overall profit. So overall profit is just given? No, which is not given. Then the next thing, the rest of the profit is divided in proportion to the investment. So after deducting the gross profit, the salary from that, you will be getting net profit. That net profit is to be divided in the 3:4 ratio. So we can say that if in a year A totally receives 390, what does B receives? Totally A is receiving rupees 390. From that you will have to reduce that 120 because it is salary. The last statement states that included of the salary it is 390. So it is nothing wrong to subtract with that. So salary, which is 120 rupees, which is to be deducted at first. So if you have subtracted the salary only, you will be getting the profit received by A. So here 270 rupees, which is the amount as only profit given to A. So simply you can say that this 3 units equal to this 270 rupees. This is what profit received by A. This is salary received by A. So here only we want to focus on here because this is profit ratio. So this 270 rupees for 3 units. What is for 4 units? So simply take 270 divided by 3, which is simply into 90. Simply 4 into 90, which is 360. Finally, what is B share? The answer for this question is rupees 360, which is given in option D. The next question, in a partnership, A invests 1/6 of capital for 1/6 of time, B invests 1/3 of capital for 1/3 of time, and C invests the remaining capital for the whole time. If at the end of the year, the profit earned is rupees 23,000, then what will be B's share? So let us take A's ratio, which is 1/6 is the investment and 1/6 is the time. So investment into time is said to be the profit ratio. So we have taken for A. The next thing for B, which is B is investing 1/3 of the capital for the 1/3 of the time. Then the next one, what is about C? C invests the remaining capital. So already 1/6 of the capital done by A and 1/3 of the capital given by B. What is the rest? For that, first of all, here 1/6 by A and 1/3 by B. So 1 minus all the values it is to be taken. Always the profit is said to be the whole, that is 1 or 100%. Here we can take the profit is 1, a whole. So first of all you want to consider both the denominator same. For that simply you can multiply here 2. So 1 into 2, 2. So 3 into 2, 6. Simply, the investment contributed by B is 2 parts and A is 1 part. So adding both A plus B, 1 plus 6 plus 2 by 6, which is going to be 3 by 6. So 3 by 6 or 1 by 2, which is to be subtracted from the whole profit. So 1 minus 3 by 6, which is said to be again 3 by 6 or 1 by 2. So this is done by B because the word says that, because the word says here, C is investing the remaining capital. So the remaining capital is half. Half of the capital is invested by C for the whole time. Whole means 1. For 1 year or 12 months, whatever it is, the whole time. That's all. Now you will have to evaluate the ratio in terms of whole numbers. The next thing, 1 by 6 into 1 by 6, 1 by 36. 1 by 3 into 1 by 3, 1 by 9. 1 by 2 into 1, which is going to be 1 by 2. Now we have to take the whole number part. First of all, we have simplified the fractional values. The next step is to make the whole numbers. For the whole number, everywhere the numerator is 1. So for the first number, which is said to be 9 into 2, 18. For here, we will have to make it 36 into 2, which is 72. At last, the third part is 36 into 9. So simply I have taken, I have not yet simplified. Why? Because I am going to get cancelled with 9. So here 1 time 9, here 2 time 9, here 8 time 9. Again by 2, 1 time 2, here 4 time 2, here 18 time 2. So furthermore, we are not supposed to cancel. 1 is to 4 is to 18 is the ratio of A, B and C in terms of their profit ratio. The next point is, we want to find the B's share if the total profit earned is rupees 23,000. So for that corresponding ratio will become the total of all the three values. What is 1 plus 4? 5. 5 plus 18, 23 units. This 23 units consists of the amount 23,000. So 23 units, 23,000, 1 unit is simply 1000 rupees. So here we want B's share. What is B's ratio units? B's ratio units 4. So 4 into 1000, which is said to be 4,000 rupees, which is given in the option D. The next question, A start a business with rupees 21,000 and later B joins him with rupees 36,000. After how many months did B join if the profit is distributed in the equal ratio at the end of the year? So here first of all, the profit ratio between A and B, which are equal. Equal means first of all you must know that 1:1 ratio. So here this profit ratio, how to calculate? Investment of A into investment time distributed by A. Ratio investment of B into time invested by B. So based on this 1:1 is given. So writing which in the fractional form. So what is the investment of A here? Investment of A is 21k. What is the time invested? So from the starting point itself A is there, so you can take 12 months. What is the investment of B? B is 36,000 into how many number of months there? We don't know. So take it X months. So the ratio between these two is 1:1. So simply you can write it in the form of 21k into 12 by 36 into that, you can cancel k over here, 36 into x, which will be equal to 1/1. So everywhere I have converted the ratio into fractional form. Here also I have taken like this. So here now simply you can multiply or cross multiply to get the answer. Here 1/1 says the numerator and denominator will be equal. So here cross multiplication. So usual way 21 into 12 will be equal to 36 into x. Now find x. Simply here 2 times 6 is 12. 6 times 6 is 36. Again 1 times 3. Directly you can take 12 into 3, 36. So here finally my answer is 3 and 21 can be cancelled. So x is equal to 7. So answer for this question is x has been in the business for 7 months. But carefully you want to note that here the question is asking you after how many months did B join, which means number of months B did not participated in the business. That is the question is asking. How many months B did not participated in the business you want to answer. So only 7 months B was participated. For the 5 months he has not participated in the business. So the answer for this question is option A, 5. So whenever you are coming across these kinds of question, be careful while choosing the option, because the option B is also having the option answer 7, which is the exact number of months he has participated. But here only we require number of months B did not participated. After how many months B joins, meaning that. So here option A is the right answer. The next question, P invested rupees M for 5 months and rupees N for the remaining time. Q invested N for first 8 months and N for the rest time. At the end of the year, profits are equal. What is the ratio between M and N? Here, P is investing. P and Q are the two partners. So the investments are different for the two different periods. So let me take like this, rupees M for 5 months. So rupees M for 5 months. Then the next, rupees N for the remaining time. So when the profit is evaluated at the end of the year, it is given. So end of the year means 12 minus 5, which is 7 months. The next case, Q invested N, rupees N for first 8 months. So here for the remaining time, he has invested rupees M. So 12 minus 8, which is 4 months. Now you can get the product of these values and sum it up. Here also you want to do the same process. So here M into 5, 5M plus 7 into N, 7N ratio 8 into N, 8N plus 4 into M, 4M. That's all. These are very basic questions. So here which is given, this is said to be the profit ratio which is equal. Equal means 1:1. So both are equal means directly you can substitute the equal symbol over here. Now it is very easy to get the value for M and N. So let me take that. Here this side you can bring every M in the left side and every M on the right side. So 5M minus 4M, which will be equal to 8N minus 7N. So here 8N minus 7N, 1N can be taken as N. 5M minus 4M, 1M, which can be taken as M. M and N are equal. So we can say equal means equal ratio. What is equal ratio? Equal ratio is always mentioned as 1:1, which is given in the option A. The next question, two partners' investment is rupees 1,25,000 and rupees 85,000 respectively in a business and agree that 60% of a profit should be divided equally between them and the remaining profit is treated as interest on capital. If one partner gets 600 more than the other, find the total profit made in the business. Sometimes in the partnership agreement, they would have decided to get the sum of the part of the profit as equal division and the rest of the profit is interest on investment. Interest on investment, that is interest on capital, both are same. You can underline the word interest on capital, which is nothing but every partners in the concern are allowed to get the interest on investment based on the amount invested. So it is to be considered. So simply you can take the investment ratio to decide the interest. That's all. So here starting from the point, two partners investment is 1,25,000 and 85,000. Here you can take the profit ratio or investment ratio with these two values. So let me take the partner A and partner B. First partner's investment amount is 1,25,000. The other one is 85,000. So you can cancel it. 000 cancel. Here 5 can be cancelled 17 times. Here 5 is presented 25 times. This is the investment ratio between A and B. That is 25:17. The next point is they agree that 60% of the profit. Always you know that profit is said to be 100%. This is total profit, always said to be the 100%. Out of that 60% which is to be divided equal share. So what is the remaining after deducting this equal share? 100 minus 60, which is said to be 40%. This 40% of the total profit which is to be divided into 25:17 ratio between A and B. That is the point over here. Now, it is clearly given if one partner get rupees 600 more than the other, find the total profit made in the business. Here the difference came. Why? Why? Because of 60%? No, here equally divided. So, no difference between the share got by both of the partners. This line you can underline. If one partner gets 600 more, belongs to the 40%. Why? Because in this only they are having different shares based on the investment. So that 600 rupees is the difference between these two values. So what is the corresponding ratio unit for that 600 rupees? 17 and 25. That is the difference. 25 minus 17 is simply 8 units. So the corresponding ratio unit for 600 rupees is 8 units. So 8 units say rupees 600. What is 1 unit? So simply divide 8 over here. How many times? 7 times 8 is 56. Carry over 40. 1 unit is rupees 75. So as soon as you got 1 unit, you can answer many questions. What is the share given by A as a profit share? Here from the 40%, what is the share given by B? Like that, what is 40%? What is 60%? Many questions you can answer with the help of the single clue. 1 unit is 75 rupees. Now, the next step is to find what is the 40% amount. After that, from that 40%, you can arrive at what is 100%. Here, find the total profit is asked. So, our focus must be over here. Okay. Now, from the ratio, how to convert into percentage value? Let me say 25 and 17. So here 1 unit is equal to rupees 75. So what is this 40% actually in terms of ratio? This 40% consists of 25 plus 17. So how many units does 40% have? 25 plus 10, 35. 35 plus 7, 42 units. So let me take 42 units value. So 42 into 75. This 42 units will be equal to the 40% of the share. That's all. So 40% is same, 42 units is same, which is equal to 42 into 75. So let me get the product of this. What is 42 into 75? 40 into 75 first take, then 2 into 75. 4 into 75, 300 included 0, 3000. Then 2 into 75, 150. So totally 3100. So this is for 42 units or 40%. So hereafter I am going to get rid of the units value. Why? Because I am directly going to the percentage value of 100%. Then we can say 40% value which is said to be 3150. What is 100% of that? Which is said to be X. We require this X value. You can simply cross multiply these values to get the answer first. So simply I am taking 40x will be equal to 3150 into 100. So simply 0, 0 got cancelled. 4x is equal to 31500. So first of all 4 can be cancelled because it is ending with 2 zeros. So here how many times? 7 times 4 is 28. Carry over 3. Out of 35, 8 times 4 is 32. Carry over 3. Again 7 times 4 is 28. Carry over 2 here. Then 5. So what is the value for X? Total profit is 100%, which is said to be rupees 7,875. So which is the correct answer for the total profit, which is given in option D. In this session, we have dealt with lots of practice problems on partnership. In the next session, I am coming with new chapter. Subscribe our channel for more upcoming session.